believe in God and our religion. So.
All right.
This one is titled "Signs of the Times." Give me a second to catch my breath, because I was trying to run across the
It's all right. I'm going to help too.
I'm going to have them.
I'm going to vote.
Signs of the times. Signs of the times is when this generation won't hesitate to disrespect our queens. The same queens keeping us alive, because last time I checked, there was more single-parent queens than kings, even beyond my existence. But before my queens were single-parent ladies, my ancestors were slaves breastfeeding European babies. So that means my queens are responsible for raising 2 nations. Nah, not 2 nations, all nations. My point is, where's the reparation for that? Fuck it, if nobody deems them fit reparations, then us as kings should give them reparations by having their backs.
All right.
Shit, we talking about 500 plus years of slavery and barely 180 years free. And as my third eye scans the world, Harriet Tubman, it's still slaves I see. There will never be enough money to reparate my queen, sadly, that's the tragedy. But I'm starting to think that a suffice reparation would be to supply a queen with a king's mentality, if you could walk with me.
Right.
You see, it's no secret that the same kings that my queens give birth to make up the majority of the unjust penal system. Michelle Alexander, that's no surprise to our eyes, just like it's no surprise that these ghetto boys never really intended for slavery to die. The penal system is just slavery in disguise. No, the penal system is just racism in disguise. You know what I'm talking about. White sheets over faces, all you can see is their eyes. From a slave shack to being thrown in a cell on a bunk rack. Got my brothers packed in these cells. And the next bed across from him is another brother. And the prison bed above him is another brother. And the prison bed below him is another brother. Now ain't that some shit? Because that's the same way that they housed my ancestors in the belly of slave ships. I drifted too far, let me bring it back a bit.
Let them know, Doc.
Signs of the times. Signs of the times. Signs of the times is when this generation won't hesitate to disrespect my black queens. You see, what's profound is that no matter what, my queens hold it down. No matter if we're locked up, locked out, or assed out. My queens have a strong history of holding shit down.
Right.
Ashada Shakur, Angela Davis, Betty Shabazz, Amy Ashwood Garvey, all the way back to my queens of the motherland. Matter of fact, you are the queens of the motherland. My queens have been the backbone of many things. Stop, rewind. My queens have been the backbone of many things. No props. There's a whole bunch of ignorant motherfuckers trying to abdicate them down to thoughts. Signs of the times. Signs of the times is when this generation of Babylon, the police won't hesitate to shoot our kings down in the street. You see, if I was to briefly speak to that racism, I would say we're different. And I'm not talking about pigment, so let me build my case. My history is rich. I come from royalty. My ancestors, they already set that straight. As I look at the land of the free, through the perspective of the middle class and lower class, this shit can almost make me faint. Because it seems like we're dealing with the same beast, that used to use little black babies for alligator bait. We're the closest thing to God, the chosen people, not three-fifths of what you think. Think. For every black king that kills a black king, it's my queens that give birth to life so we can stand up. Through the death, my queens give life. It's hard for them to keep up. I mean, the penal system is killing us. The government is killing us. Black men are killing black men like they sold their soul to the fucking Ku Klux. Respect to all my yardies, RBG, Akis, Christians, Blood, Crip. Respect to the motherland. My point is that we all the same shit. All of us is sitting in a fully melanated clip. All we gotta do is load it, cock it, aim, and let it rip. We might lose a couple lives in this game of chess because the devil is so sick. But the board is trumped with kings and queens. How they gonna checkmate our shit? Outside of God, the only love that compares to a mother's love is a mother who loves.
All right.
And see, that's wild because that means that there's no pain like the pain of a mother who has to bury her child. There will never be enough words to thoroughly describe the true strength of a queen. But if I was to try, I would go back to trying times and I would say, could you imagine seeing your king from a tree, hung, castrated, and burned. All you want to do is love, but all you feel is hate. The very next day, you find yourself getting gang raped. Your tears mixing in with European saliva from them spitting in your face. As you sit there, you silently pray for better days. When they're done, you walk back to your slave hut with 5 different types of semen streaming down your legs. Trying to fight to put your emotions aside, all the strength of a queen. Trying to fight to put your emotions aside, to put a smile on your face, to fix your kids a plate. Ancestors, please help me with my case. Because if we lose sight of who we are, those who know who we are will control our fate. Signs of the times is when we call our queens thoughts. Kings, how we quickly forget. Our queens become a reflection of what we are or what we're not. Signs of the times is Dr. Francis C. Wilson passing. Signs of the times is Dr. Sabi passing away in prison custody.
Come on.
Right.
Don't worry, Black, because every time one of my ancestors transition, it's just another deposit into my spirit. So while you thinking things end on a physical death, I'm up at night screaming like, ancestors, please tell me what you need me to say next. Signs of the times is my young Black queens getting kidnapped in D.C. and I ain't getting not one goddamn Amber Alert. That's signs of the times. But think, if the Black woman is not God, she's the closest thing to God, and that's a fact. And to all those who are ignorant, to my queens, I apologize for that. King forever.